Hey guys, welcome back to an all-new episode of Khanflicks. Today we're looking at an all-new robotic vacuum slash mop. Meet the YEEDI C12 Pro Plus. Now, as you probably know, we reviewed quite a few different vacuums and they're all kind of a little bit different. In fact, this one here has 4 particular features that I'm quite interested in. Number 1, it features a cutting-edge auto emptying station, which is this clear container right over here. In fact, they actually say this can go ahead and save you up to $144 over 3 years because it doesn't require any bags. In fact, it can go ahead and hold up to 7 weeks of dust in this particular unit, and it's actually kind of cool because you can see everything that you collected. Now, it also features a 8,000 PA suction power, so that's actually a good amount of strength. In fact, it features a zero tangle anti-tangle technology, so you don't have to worry about hair because it features an anti-static technology as well as a V-shaped design, so you don't have to worry about hair getting caught in there. Last but not least, it's the vacuum and mop, but with a bit of a little twist. It features a mop pad that vibrates at 480 times per minute. So essentially it's scrubbing the floor at the same time as it's cleaning, which is actually pretty cool. Now together we'll be unboxing this as well as trying it out and seeing exactly what it's all about. So if you guys wanted your very own, check out the link down below in the description. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, check it out. This is your packaging, this is your box. Let's open this thing up. All right, so this is everything that you get. So you got a really cool looking station here. One thing I really like is the fact that it has a transparent duct for collecting the dust. And now it's designed to hold for a good amount of weeks, in which I believe they set up to 7 weeks where you can go ahead and let this collect dust. And that's because it has a special technology that allows it to go ahead and essentially reuse itself when need to be. Now to technically remove it, just push this red button here on the top and that should detach the top lid just like this. And from there you have your dust in a separate bin and you're going to open it by simply pressing this button here. Now just by emptying it like that, you can go ahead and clean this tank and then reuse it, which makes it a lot more efficient and more cost effective in the long run, as those bags do end up costing a lot more money. Now it does have a lock mechanism here, just go ahead and remove that. And then inside here you have your filter, which you can see. Just lift that up and put that back in here and it'll lock in just like that. Besides that, on this compartment here is more or less what's going to be causing the vacuum. And then over here you do have your charge station, so connect here, charge, and then use the duct to go ahead and clean the dust. Now looking at the accessories, you have this additional mop pad accessory. So it does have 2 different versions. Technically, if you look at the particular robot vacuum, you push this button here, you can open it up and remove it. So this here will be just essentially like for dust, or you can do it for mopping. So you have your 2 different container units based on what you're using it for. And then this will have a reservoir for the water, which is right over here. It's a little compartment, just open that up, and then it'll essentially wet the mop pad. Now from there you can technically swap it out by using the Velcro strap and then replace it with this mop pad need be. It's reusable, so you could technically just wash it. And then to install it, it's just simply in reverse. Just go ahead and slide it into play, clip in, and that's it. Now it does come with its own little brush as well as a user manual. Now as we kind of look at the robot vacuum in detail, you'll probably notice that there is a lot of similarities to a lot of other robotic vacuums. As we kind of flip it over, you can see all the brains of the operation. So you do have your spot here for our particular brush. Put that in there, just like that. Easy peasy. And then you do have your dual suspension, so it can go over different bumps with ease. And then this one here has technology for not catching hair, and that has to do to anti-static technology built into this spindle. Now to open it, just press these 2 buttons here, remove the cap, and then you can go ahead and remove the spindle just like this. And you can see it's got that V shape. This here will make it a lot more effective in terms of not catching hair, as the design itself works very well. And then inside here you have essentially these like sharp blades that will catch the hair or essentially cut it up if need be. And to put it back in there, just kind of goes into this little slot. It's a square and they'll slide in, and then it's just exactly opposite, and that's about it. It does have a front wheel here. It looks like it has a variety of different sensors, might be drop sensors. And then as we kind of rotate it here, the top cover does come off, just like that. And over here you have your LiDAR sensor, so it'll constantly rotate and scan the room. You have your power button, your home button, and your function button. And then over here you have your individual dust collecting bin. So you can technically remove it just like this. And then from there, if you want to, you can empty it out yourself if need be, if something gets caught in there. But other than that, quite simple. And then you do have your push sensor, which is this right over here. Now, other than that, seems like a pretty simple robot vacuum. I love the fact that it's got a nice clean cut finish. I'm putting my fingerprints all over this and doesn't seem to be attracting it, so that's really nice too. And yeah, let's set this thing up next. Try it out. All right, so we're all set and ready to go. We went ahead and set up our C12 right over here, connected it to the network, followed by connecting it to the app. Overall, pretty simple concept. Just requires you to do a few clicks and you're ready to go. Now this here is our main hub. If we go and click on enter, we can then go into the actual settings of this particular unit. Now I already went ahead and scanned the whole entire floor, in which it automatically creates separate rooms based on what you're trying to clean. Now on the bottom left you have auto, which will automatically clean based on what it thinks. You have your different suctions from quiet to loud, all the way to max. And then you have your water flow rate, so it does mop, again, using the vibration, which you can actually adjust the frequency of the vibration. And then followed by that, if you go and scroll up here, you have your different sections from rooms, so you can pick a room that you want to clean, or you can do a specific zone. From there, just drag and drop. In this case here, we'll be doing this particular area right over here. And let's make it just a little bit smaller. Just like that. And you can go ahead and click start. But before we do, we're going to continue here on the top right. If I click on the settings, this will show additional settings including cleaning logs, cleaning schedules, maintenance sequences. You have your intelligence settings, so if we click that there, this will give you the auto empty function as well as a suction boost, so when it goes over carpet it will automatically clean more powerfully, and then it'll stop using the mop at the same time. Under more settings here, you have child lock as well as auto resume, and you have your different languages as well as your volume control. Other than that, on the top right addition, you have your maps, so you can actually put up to three maps, allowing to have 3 different floors, and then you can name them based on your liking, and then you can actually technically label as well as graph it based on your personal liking. Alright, so for this test here, we'll be doing a quick little zone test. And what I want to show you is exactly how does it mop in terms of how it can avoid different obstacles like these little miniature arcade cabinets. Let's hit start. Alright, so I don't know if you can notice, but that mop pad is actually vibrating. And what that does is it's actually scrubbing the floor. Now, surprisingly, this robotic vacuum is very loud. Again, we are on the highest speed, but we can also make it quiet, just like that. But you can see right there how it's kind of scrubbing. That is really cool. So wait, we have an obstacle here using the push sensor as well as a LiDAR. It's now trying to figure out its way around this. Alright, so it just learned that it can't go this way. So now it's going to go around. Let's back up for a second here. And if I scroll up here and bring this a little bit closer, you can actually see in real time what's happening. And again, the vibration, the way it's pulsating, it actually is scrubbing the floor. So it's not just dragging a mop pad, it's actually physically scrubbing. And that is due to the vibration frequency. Alright, now it's working our way around this particular robot here. Alright, so using the push sensor, it was able to detect that there's an object there. Working its way around the robot dog. And again, showing exactly what's happening here. So it went like this, around the chair, down here, and now it's mapping its way around the robot dog. It's actually getting in there. So do note that it just has its own little water tank, which we fill up with water. So you just have to go ahead and flush that out yourself. But it is using the same water in terms of in the mop pad itself. So I wouldn't really recommend more for scrubbing like stains and like if you drop ketchup or something, but more or less to just kind of keep the floor nice and clean. Alright, so object detection, definitely a plus. Now we're working our way over here by the arcade machines. Okay. Alright, so it's going to be coming through these two arcade machines right over here. And just like that, it was able to detect the arcade cabinet. And it's going to work its way around it. There we go. Now, again, it's mapping out the specific location of the zone in terms of what it can mop and what it cannot clean. And it will automatically just go in and out and clean these different areas once it detects the outer boundaries. And it will actually show you exactly how long it's been cleaning and the amount of square feet that's going to be covering. Alright, and you can see it's doing its zigzag pattern here. So it'll be an up and down pattern that it's going to be doing, like this, and eventually finishing up and returning back to the base station. Alright, so I went ahead and put some dirt there, and boom! Look at that! It picked it up in one shot! That's actually pretty good. Alright, so for this test here, we're going to see how YEEDI holds up against some Rice Krispies, something typical you would find falling out of your cereal bowl. Alright. Alright, there it is, working its way around the arcade cabinet. Beautiful. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and hit end. And I'm going to hit return to station. So the nice thing about this is it does have that see-through display. So you'll see the actual dirt in here that we just picked up.
About to start to empty the dust bin.
Alright, look at that. Wow. That was cool. So that's pretty cool. It's able to empty it right into there. And then once you're done with that, you just go ahead and pop this open. Just like this. Look at this. All that dirt is in there. All right, well, there you guys have it. Overall, a really cool vacuum. Definitely like it a lot. Great for everyday use. And I love the fact that it has that container that shows the dust, allowing you to go ahead and empty it without having to actually empty a bag. That's probably one of the most biggest issues with most robotic vacuums. This here makes a huge significant difference. And the fact that it does have an 8000 PA suction makes it really nice with a long-lasting battery. Besides that, I would have really no complaints. And with that said, if you had any questions at all, comment down below. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.